Do we need another chair? No. Nice try. And we welcome them all. So we're gonna pass the mic down. I want you to just say your name, what core community program you're a part of, and how long, what year you started. Can we do that? All right, if you don't remember the year, just say a long time.
My name is Michael Como, from Kingman, and I graduated in 2019.
My name is Allison Little Coyote, and I've been going to Cora since April 2022.
My name is John, I'm from Harrington, Kansas, with the Harrington Arts Company since 2020.
My name is Amanda. I am with Coward County Core Community Company. And I believe I started going in February 2019. I think.
I'm Fair Trail and Atwood Core Community. And I honestly don't remember. I think it's been 4 or 5 years since I graduated.
So I'm Lindsay, I'm with Fort Community Augusta, and I actually have 2 dates. So I graduated in December of 2018 and then 2024. Or 25, yeah.
I'm Tiffany Davis. I'm from Core Community Augusta, and I graduated in 2024.
I'm Becky Ross with Abilene Core Community, and I started before we launched a couple years ago, and then went through the program this week.
Very good. Welcome. So those of you who have not shared yet, just briefly, why core community? Why? What has it meant to you? And you don't all have to share, but go for it.
Definitely the support system, having family, because I grew up military and didn't have family, so I gotta make it wherever I go. So, someone said belonging, a place of belonging.
For me, I'd have to say support system. And like it just makes you believe in yourself again, find your purpose. And for me, that was a lot because when I started what I thought I was meant.
Okay, so for me, coming back around, going through it again, it would definitely be the community and the support. Definitely.
I started going because my now husband dragged me kicking and screaming, literally, from, I used to live in the apartments right across the street, and he's like, we're gonna go on a walk. I'm like, okay, not thinking about it. He's like, we're gonna go in the church and you're gonna go to court. I was like, oh, make me. And he did. I stayed because I felt an unwavering love and support from Deb and
I keep coming back because I give my testimony tonight at 6, and the people in Harrington know my testimony, and I keep coming back because if I can get up and wake up and smile and go there, they can too.
Community and support.
So one of the questions we get from our staff a lot is, how do we invite people without offending people? So there's this real fear from people that have grown up in middle class that if we invite someone to the class, somehow they might be offended. Is that a thing? Were you offended when you were asked to come? How should we ask families to come? This is a recurring question from our people.
For me, like I said, for Sharon to remember who I was, it's just a connection with the person you're talking to. You have a connection, a lot easier to get them in the door.
I wasn't offended. I'm glad I came. I was scared. But I think it depends on the person.
Rejection is part of it.
Yeah.
Rejection is part of it. Not everybody's willing to accept the help that we will give them.
I wasn't offended, it was just like, somebody wants me to do another thing. But I think making connections before we start asking people to come, that's what I've started trying to do, is getting to know people. And then, hey, you want to go with me? And it works for some people, others just start for them yet.
Okay, so for me, since I've been through it before, I think sitting through orientation, going through the first command class, and then sitting with my class, they kept telling me how encouraging it was to know that I had been through the program before, and I helped ease a lot of their anxieties and everything, and kept them coming back because I had been through before. And so it really helped them stick around.
I would have to agree with the connection. Trish, the lady that got me to come to work, like we created a whole friendship just in my job. So before she invited me to come, so that made me feel good.
Joy is infectious. That's how I attack that. And be joyful about it, and they'll want to know what's going on. It's great.
Of all the curriculums you've gone through, what is your favorite, or what helped you the most? That's good, go ahead.
The personality profiles.
The PCM?
Mhm.
I'm gonna say the PCM and the self-esteem one that we're doing right now.
I like the PCM too, and like Peace Initiative.
Definitely PDM. Yes.
Me too.
For me, like I said, my testimony today, for me, it was just knowing the 11 resources and knowing where I was lacking.
How many of you have done the PCM? Okay, if you haven't done that curriculum, every year we ask that question, that is the most popular answer. So, what are some questions from you guys? What are some questions you'd like to ask? Just go ahead and shout it out.
Just wanted some encouragement on how to, and other people wanted to get people after the 22, 24-week class to go to second phase. What do you think is your selling point to possibly get people from you?
How do we get people to stay? You know, that first 20, 25 weeks is really powerful. What do we need to be saying to families to really encourage them to hang in with us past that?
First 22 weeks is learning what the issue is. And when they come back, we start fixing the problem.
Oh, that's good.
I think that has to do with willingness from that visit, and you have to be willing to change and grow.
Someone else? What was said? Why did you stay? Why did you stay? Why did you keep at it? They're done.
I say because I was hungry, like to learn more. I was ready to put what I learned to use. And I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I've been in slums before where I was like, oh my goodness, is this really helping? But at the end of the day, it is. I mean, it's changing people's lives.
Down here.
I stayed because I wanted to know, even though it's a very hard curriculum, I wanted to know all the trauma that I pushed down. I wanted to know how to attack it so I didn't have to live with it.
And your coach, right?
Anyone else? Why did you stay? Or come back?
For me, it was because, the old ways that I was doing things weren't working. And so I came back because I had done it one last time, and I knew that if I came back, that there would be support and I could go through it all and gain more knowledge to, I guess, fix the problem, because the old ways weren't working anymore.
Anyone else?
So I know I've been acting like I'm allergic to the mic, I'm sorry. But I mostly stayed because I had seen how my parents had lived and how all those things didn't work for them. They had tried to teach me all these things and they claimed that it worked, but I watched it literally not work. And I watched it not work in my husband's life, and I've watched it not work in so many others. And I was like, and then I was seeing people that had come to CORE, I met them, and the things they were doing, and that's part of the reason I wanted to stay. Also, I knew that Linda would hunt me down and drag me down.
I stayed, me, my sister, my brother-in-law, we all come to court, and we do it to break the generational curse of addictions.
Thank you, guys. Any other question? Come on, we can learn from these guys. Go ahead.
I guess on the heels of that question, I feel like as a coach, starting SMART goals is always kind of really hard. Like some people do it, some people don't do it. And then like the progression can sometimes go up, it can sometimes go down. What motivated you to continue in your original SMART goals and maybe move on to another SMART goal?
For me, it was accomplishing a SMART goal. Because of the acronym SMART, it definitely helps you attack those goals in a very smart way.
I didn't want to be a disappointment.
I was literally at a point in my life to where I really didn't have a choice. I have 8 felonies, 3 DUIs, and I've been dead twice. If I didn't go through this, I get another DWI, I get another felony, it would give me 10+ years. So, lack of choice.
I will tell you right now, I personally do not follow the SMART goal procedures because I found that it's too thinker for me. It's too black and white, and I go by feeling, I go by reaction. I'm a harmonizer rebel, and so I do not do the SMART goal procedures well. So honestly, do the PCM and figure out what works for you, because doing the SMART goal paper doesn't always work, but it does help guide. Just don't force them to do the paper, because the paper doesn't work for everybody.
Amanda, well done, I'm glad you said that. A lot of people just do SNAP. It is, I mean, it seems for some folks, it's super structured, and other people are like, oh my God.
Just another paper that I'm gonna lose.
Okay, so for me, it was setting that first SMART goal with my core friends and then coming back a month later and being able to say that I accomplished that goal, to get the fire going, in me to just keep going.
Mine's pretty much the same as hers.
Same, that accountability partner with a friend or friend, just them motivating us throughout the month to keep going, checking in on us, so.
Thank you, guys. Another question?
A question. I'm not sure if you guys will be in my breakout room, but I'll ask this again later. But if there was a curriculum created, what do you think would be good to bring in that we already don't offer?
Going through the PCM individually of strengths and weaknesses and how they can be applied in our lives. The follow-up with the PCMs, because some of us are like, okay, this is great, but now what do I do?
Like a level 2.
Yeah.
Right. I agree.
You're gonna create more work for me, guys.
For me, even though I have a great relationship with my children now, there wasn't very much parenting classes.
We are piloting right now a parenting curriculum. We're doing it right now here, and we're hoping to kind of package it and roll it out to the field sometime in the next few months. So,
It's great, by the way.
yeah, Amanda's piloting it with me, so. Anything else that you're like, man, we'd love to have something around? Okay. Any other question?
I noticed that, very rarely do we talk about money in your shares, in core. But if you ask the broader community what you do with core, they have a perception that it's around finance.
That was my initial thought when I first joined CORE, was it was about finances. And really, I was impoverished in 11 different resources, not just one. And growing those made finances understandable. And I understood where my money went, not just that it was only financial.
So we come to understand that if we fix the other poverty around the mental, physical, the psychological, all the other levels, the financial will automatically fix itself.
So, my favorite thing to say when people ask what core community is, I like to tell them that it is a support group for families in poverty. It's not just a place to learn budget or a place to manage money. It's a support group. It's a place to come and get support.
I just tell them it's helping walking people out of this poverty mindset. And poverty is, learning what the richness in life is with relationships and other areas of life. And then I'll go through the 11 resources, but breaking off the poverty mindset is basically what I say.
Yeah. And also to your question, a lot of people
think that poverty means money. They don't understand that poverty is so many different things. And I think that's where that stipulation comes from, is they just think poverty means money or wealth means money, where it's a spectrum.
There you go. Are we recording this?
We are.
Great.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and I don't know, my friend in the purple, Ruby Payne told us that. She said, if you pay attention to these other things over here, the money takes care of itself. And we've been doing this long enough to know that's true. And then if we don't pay attention to these other things over here, life and showing up to life, there's so many barriers, whether it's mental or emotional or physical or, some of the resources that we need. There's so many barriers that even big opportunities may present themselves, but we can't sustain that.
but we can't see it.
And when we build the, entire foundation of the 11 resources, then we're, like Will said, dead, got a house, got a job that takes care of us. I mean, those things, and you can sustain that, right? Yeah, that's really good. There's something else I have for you guys. What would you tell a busy middle-class person about what it means to you to have them show up one Monday night a month, one Tuesday night a month? What has that meant for your life?
So I was lucky to have two different, people as my friends. One, both were teachers of mine, that I have a great relationship with. I knew how busy their schedules were. So for them to take time out of their schedule specifically to help me meant everything. It was the support that I needed. It was the push that I needed. Not only did they support me, they encouraged me and they pushed me to continue to improve.
I would probably tell mine I love them. I mean, they're really great people, but I don't want to disappoint them. Like, I like making them happy and showing progress. I mean, that's why they come to love and support, to see us grow.
I would say that if they just gave it a chance, that there's no way possible that they can leave the program without learning as much as we did.
Being told that you're brilliant and that you're amazing by people that you perceive to have it all, that is unmatched.
I was actually told last night, appreciations by one of our core friends that they value me. And at first I didn't know how to take it. Like, I don't think I've ever been valued. And to be valued by somebody that's, middle class and, as a lot of middle classes looked at me more than my best. So I just hope she knows how much that.
This is something I tell everybody who comes to core. There's nights that you just don't want to show up. Show up for someone else, show up for yourself, but there's nights where you feel amazing and you can impact someone else who needs that it can either fill up or be filled when we show up. And with core friends, we can learn so much. The core friends can learn just as much from us, we can from them. And that kind of gives them a little bit of motivation to be in a learning and open position to just be comfortable with being friends instead of having an expectation be better than or maintain a perception of whatever.
Okay, for me, it's both to be seen and to be heard. And to know that you have people that I have two core friends, but other core friends that are in the group that can see you and your progress and are encouraging you and supporting you and totally rooting for you. 110% is the most encouraging thing that can, that I guess that can be.
So I'm a leader that's also a core friend. I don't have to tell everybody at night that I do. I come so they can see my shine, my smile, and just let them know that if I can do it, they can do it. And to be able to see both sides of the spectrum from leader to core friend, it's so amazing.
Yeah, Lisa.
I know core is wonderful, but is there anything that you think that we could improve or do better? It's okay.
Would
I can't think of anything that we can improve on. I am really grateful and amazed on how many people consistently show up to either do meals or childcare or planning their curriculum or stepping in when a position needs to be filled. I really don't know what else could be done better. I think the things that are in place it's really important to give praise to those as well.
Thank you.
definitely what they said earlier about following up on PCM. And we come to realize that some of the core leaders, they were dragged there by their kids. The kids said, we ain't missing it.
Well, there you go. Anyone else? Sandy?
In our core recent graduation ceremony, our child care worker made certificates for the children.
Oh, yeah.
The child care and their parents graduated. It was really, that's awesome. I mean, the crowd, the audience, that's awesome. You know, it made them feel like they've done something too.
That's so good. One final question, anyone? Would you guys, it's a lot of work behind the scenes. It's a lot of work to raise the money. It's a lot of work to get the community behind it. It's a lot of work to get the meals, the childcare. Could you give these guys a word of encouragement to keep going?
Oh, and very good.
Part of what I do to help Kevin and Charity to raise funds is, they say, we need to go get a testimony for a dinner, to raise money. And like the way that on my shoulders are, you know he's looking at me. Yeah. Yeah.
I just want all of you to know that you are changing lives. You are making an impact. I know it's hard for you guys. Big shout out to my coach, Sarah, and Mark, they're amazing. And all of you are, because you're all in this for the same reason. And I think you 1,000 times over for that.
Thank you.
I just want to encourage everyone who's on, the core teams. We are created to be burden bearers, but not leave it on our shoulders alone. And you do get to take those burdens that we're placed with throughout our core families and lay them at the feet of Jesus. And do that on a daily basis so that the weight of it doesn't overwhelm you. And let those who are around you, whether they be leader or core friend, or just those who show up for meals randomly, let them carry the load with you on those days that are hard.
Beautiful.
Simply put, I'm able to do what I do to help people that you did what you did.
So I've had a number of people in the previous years that I've been here telling me that the panel or the testimonies are their favorite part. But if you quit, can you imagine coming here next year and none of us are sitting up here and none of us are telling you our testimonies, and that's because of what you do. We're up here because of what you've done.
Thank you.
I don't know if there's any donors in the room, but I wanted to say something to you guys. I think if you can't give up your time and you only are able to donate, I think showing up to these, hearing testimonies, showing up to the graduations and seeing the impact that your money has done, regardless of how much you're able to give, it goes a long ways to improving our lives. And, most of us felt like we were trapped in life, and to have this core community as a way out. It's extremely important to us, and I just wanted to thank you guys.
Can we give them a hand?
I'm gonna pray for our lunch, and you guys are welcome to take a break, and then we will form a line over here from them. Father, thank you for this sacred time. Thank you for these families, our friends. Thank you for all that they shared with us today. Thank you what you have done among all of us in this work. We bless this food. We thank you for it. And we give you all the praise in Jesus' name. Amen. All right.